let's move on to the major topic, TSD. This question has a very high probability of making a mistake. Good, Mayur. Basic question है. It's a level 1 question. Okay, time up. Samruddhi, please explain.
Yeah, so I took the initial speed was 4 kilometers per hour and usse 4 minutes late. It was 4 minutes late, and if she walks at 6 kilometers per hour, it's 2 minutes earlier. So if the speed is increased by half, 50%, then the time should decrease by 1/3. So time difference is 6 minutes. 6 minutes is 1/3. So initially it used she used to take 18 minutes.
Perfect and the best approach, right? तो यहाँ पे कोई इक्वेशन नहीं बनानी, सिंपल. पहले स्पीड थी 4 किलोमीटर पर आवर, so she used to reach 4 minutes late. Now the speed is 6 kilometer per hour, which means speed has been increased by 50%. 50% का increase is 3/2. Okay, distance is same. So distance is same, speed is increased by 3/2. So time has to be 2/3. If time is 2/3, इसका मतलब time has to reduce by 1/3. ठीक है. And पहले वो 4 minute late पहुंचती थी, and now she's reaching 2 minutes early, which means net decrease in time is what? 6 minutes. 4 minutes late to 2 minutes early. So this 1/3 ka decrease basically corresponds to 6 minutes, which means if I take 1 unit, it will be what? 18 minutes. Okay, it will be 18 minutes. And now if we have to, so this is the net time taken at a speed of 4 kilometer per hour, which means usko 18 minutes lagte hain. And it is given to me ki 18 minutes. So if she takes 18 minutes, she basically reaches the college 4 minutes late. Okay, which means her usual time to reach the college would be 18 minus 4, which is equals to 14 minutes. This is the usual time taken to reach the college, because 18 minutes kya hai? 18 minutes is the time taken now. And if she takes 18 minutes, she reaches the college 4 minutes late. Okay, and usual speed kitni hogi? Speed will be what? Distance upon time. So time mujhe pata hai, time, usual time taken is 14 minutes. So 14 upon 60, if I have to convert this to hours, and usual distance kitna hai? Distance will be what? Speed into time. So speed is 4 kilometers per hour into, what is this? Time.
18.
Time is 18 minutes. So 18 by 60. That's it. So this is 72 by 14, which is nothing but 36 by 7 kmph. Is the speed. Great. Next question. Apply similar concept. So see, this is what is given to us, right? Ki in the first case, after traveling 70 kilometers, agar koi issue hota hai, then speed reduces by 3/4, and he reaches 50 kilometers late, 50 minutes late. अभी same problem अगर 85 kilometers के बाद होती है, तो वो speed उसके 3/4 हो जाती है, and the train reaches 38 minutes late. Okay. So if you just observe the difference between the first expression and the second, so the only difference is in traveling this 15 kilometers, right? This is the only difference. And what is happening is, in the second case, the train is traveling at its normal speed, right? Ye to normal speed hai bhi uski. But in the first case, the train is traveling at 3/4 of the speed. Okay, which means the speed has been reduced by 1/4. Speed hogi 3/4. So time should be what? 4/3, which means time should actually increase by 1/3. And I know second case mate is 38 minutes late, and first case mate is 50 minutes late. So net difference is what? 12 minutes. So this 1/3 ka increase actually corresponds to 12 minutes. So 1 unit ka difference will be 36 minutes. Okay. Which means if I have to calculate the original speed of train, I know यहाँ पे time कितना लग रहा है? It is 36 minutes. So this distance, this extra distance which is being traveled, that is 15 kilometer, and this is traveled in what? 36 minutes. So time will be 36 by 60. 15 kilometer by 36 by 60, this comes out to be 25 kilometer per hour.
So can you explain once again? I missed the explanation part.
Okay, so this is clear. Till what point?
Sir, from the start only, like
Okay.
70 and 85.
Okay. So see, the case number one is the train travels for 70 kilometers and then its speed reduces by 3/4 and it reaches 50 minutes late. Second case is, अगर ये problem 85 की बात आती, then it reaches 38 minutes late. Okay, so if I just compare these two scenarios, I actually get the difference is only in this 15 kilometers. The second case, my train is traveling at the normal speed. In the first case, the train is traveling at 3/4 of its speed, which means speed is decreased by 1/4. So time should increase by 4/3 to basically travel the same distance, which basically means I have an increment of 1/3 in the time taken, which it corresponds to what? 50 minus 38, 12 minutes, which means time, if 1/3 it corresponds to 12 minutes, 1 unit will basically correspond to 36 minutes, which means ये वाला distance, ये extra distance चलने में उसको 36 minutes लगते हैं, right? So speed will be this distance extra, जो difference है 15 kilometers divided by time taken 36 by 60. It comes out to be 25 kilometers per hour. Sure. Next question, a conventional question you might have seen in your mocks. This is your chance to get rid of the fear from these long questions of TSD. ठीक है, अभी नहीं हुआ तो फिर let's understand so that we can do the next question by ourselves. क्या given है? Ram drops his daughter daily from his home to his school by car. He leaves his home by 2 p.m., reaches the school, okay, picks him and then gets back. Let's say this be the school, okay, this school. Let's say this is his home. He leaves his home by 2 p.m. So usually क्या होता है, ये यहाँ से 2 p.m. निकलता है, reaches the school, picks the daughter and comes back home by 4 p.m. Okay, wasting no time, and school closes at 3 p.m. Okay, 3 p.m. पे school खत्म हो जाता है, ठीक है. So usually what happens is it takes him 1 hour to reach, pick, and then they come back, ठीक है, and they come back by 4 p.m. This is what happens usually. But what has happened now? The father unaware of these correct school, but one day the school was closed 1 hour early. Okay, ठीक है. So now what is given is school वैसे तो 3 बजे बंद होता है, but अभी 2 बजे बंद हो गया, 1 घंटे पहले बंद हो गया, and the father is not aware of it. So he starts moving. तो होगा भाई, father will actually leave the home by 2 p.m. Okay, father will actually travel. But यहाँ से meanwhile it is given that his daughter has also started traveling, right? So let's say his daughter has actually traveled for some distance. Let's say यहाँ तक वो चली, ठीक है. So now what will happen is father will go from here. He will meet his daughter. He will pick his daughter and then he will come back. ठीक है, and he will come back by 3:45 p.m. Okay, ठीक है. Which means वैसे तो वो 4 बजे आता है, but अभी वो 2:45 बजे आ रहा है. अभी he is basically coming at 3:45 p.m. Which means he's saving how much time? He is saving 15 minutes, and this 15 minutes is being saved by because पहले उसको यहाँ पे जाके वापस भी आना पड़ता था, right? And by symmetry I can say total to and fro का time is 15 minutes. And he's wasting no time in picking up, so I can ignore that. Which means one time, सिर्फ one movement, अगर सिर्फ मैं यहाँ से जाने का time बताऊं तो, he has actually saved what? 7.5 minutes. Which means if he started at 2 p.m, वैसे वो यहाँ पे 3 बजे पहुंच जाता था, but he has saved 7.5 minutes. Okay, which means father would have traveled for till what time? 2 hours 52.5 minutes. Okay, right? Which means father would have traveled for 60 minus 7.5. 52.5 minutes is what father would have traveled. And same चीज यहाँ पे आएगी कि daughter. अभी daughter would have also started. Father is reaching here in 52.5 minutes, which means daughter would have also moved from here to here. So now, please try to understand that this distance is covered by the daughter in 52.5 minutes, right? जब तक father वहां से यहाँ तक आ रहा है, तब तक daughter इतना चल पा रही है, which means daughter has covered this distance in 52.5 minutes, and this distance is actually covered by father in what? 15 by 2, 7.5 minutes. So I know father का टाइम कम है, so उसका स्पीड ज्यादा होगा. रेशियो ऑफ स्पीड पूछा है, रेशियो ऑफ स्पीड इज द इनवर्स ऑफ रेशियो ऑफ टाइम टेकन. So 52.5 by 7.5 minutes will be the speed of father upon speed of her daughter, and this is nothing but 7:1. Just have to visualize in this question. There is absolutely no maths. Great. Next question. Again, a type of question that you may have seen in your mocks. So my key learning is try to plot the diagram using some bars, and then you'll be able to solve question in a line. Okay, let's see. See, you have to start taking cues from the question itself. What is given? We have a hunter who has fired 2 shots at an interval of 77 seconds. A tiger running away very fast. Here's the 2 sounds at an interval of 84 seconds. Speed of sound is this, speed of tiger. Which means speed of sound given है, so speed of tiger निकालना है. So you यहाँ से एक hint लगना चाहिए that the only way you can calculate speed of sound and speed of tiger is if you have some ratio, speed of sound upon speed of tiger, and distance तो same होगा. यहाँ पे time वाइम given है यहाँ पे, so यहाँ से hint मिल जाना चाहिए कि it should be inversely proportional to the time taken by tiger upon time taken by speed. That's the first hint that you should have gotten कि ये question ऐसे solve होगा. Okay, अब speed of sound निकालना है. This is given as 336, which means time का difference निकालना है कि same distance travel करने के लिए टाइगर को कितना टाइम लगता है versus sound को कितना टाइम लगता है. Okay, so let's draw the diagram again. Okay, diagram is we have a hunter here. Here we have a hunter. He fired 2 shots from his gun at an interval of 77 seconds, which means let's say he fires the first shot at t seconds, okay, and second shot at t plus 77 seconds, okay. And a tiger running away very fast. Let's say we have a tiger here. यहाँ पे पहले tiger था, ठीक है. He was here earlier. He hears the 2 sounds at an interval of 84 seconds, which means जो पहला t seconds पे fire हुआ था, let's say he basically hears it at x seconds, ठीक है. Let's say x is like any time interval. Let's say पहला वाला shot उसको x time पे मिला, and what is given to us is he also runs away very fast. वो opposite direction में he starts running, and second shot उसको मिलता है 84 seconds के interval पे, which means x plus 84 seconds पे उसको second shot मिल रहा है, ठीक है. This is his final position. This is his initial position. Let's say this distance is d, which the tiger has traveled. So now we know that this tiger takes 84 seconds to travel d distance. Okay, and this is where he basically hears the second shot. Okay, which means had this tiger not moved, ठीक है, अगर ये tiger move ही नहीं करता तो second shot यहाँ पे कब तक आता? It would have come at
77 seconds.
T plus 77 पे
77.
X plus 77, because जब hunter T second पे shoot कर रहा था, tiger was at this position, so after 77 seconds पे उसको ये वाला shot सुनाई दे देता अगर वो move नहीं करता तो. But because of the fact that he is moving, okay, उसको second shot यहाँ पे समझ आ रहा, यहाँ पे सुनाई दिया. इसका मतलब sound is basically traveling this entire distance from x plus 77 to x plus 84, which means difference is 7 seconds.
7 seconds.
So sound takes 7 seconds to travel a distance of d, and tiger takes 84 seconds to travel the same distance. You have an equation, you know all the variables, you just solve for speed of sound. It comes out to be 28 meter per second.
Can you repeat the line diagram?
Okay. See, line diagram was, Christian, tiger was here initially. Sorry, this is the first shot. Say 100 shots, the first fire at t seconds, and second is at t plus 77 seconds. Okay. And when he was shooting the first shot, let's say tiger be here. Okay. तो I'm assuming कि पहला शॉट उसको 1 सेकेंड्स के बाद सुनाई देता है टाइगर को, ठीक है, which means अगर टाइगर मूव ही नहीं करता तो टाइगर को सेकंड शॉट सुनाई देता है x plus 77 seconds पे, because दो शॉट के बीच में इंटरवल है 77 seconds and tiger is not moving, right? So he would have also heard the second shot at x plus 70 seconds. But now what is given is he actually moves forward. He's running away very fast. Okay, वो कहीं तो आगे चले गए, and a tiger running away very fast hears the two sound at an interval of 84 seconds, which means पहला उसको अगर 1 सेकंड पे सुनाई देता है, उसको सेकंड शॉट सुनाई देता है x plus 84 पे, which means the tiger has moved the distance in 84 seconds. But at the same time the sound अगर टाइगर मूव नहीं करता तो साउंड यहाँ पे आ जाता है x plus 77 seconds, right? So sound has actually moved from x plus 77 to x plus 84. ये पूरा distance d in just 7 seconds. So I know the ratio of time taken by sound and tiger. I can take its inverse and equate it to speed का ratio and calculate. Next question. Easy question है. Idea is move away from your traditional methods. Equation नहीं बनानी है. Clear? Speed का ratio is 15:16. Time का ratio will be 16:15, which means difference between the time is 1 unit. 1 unit it corresponds to 32 minutes. Okay, distance traveled by the car with higher speed. जिसका speed ज़्यादा होगा उसका time कम होगा. So 15:16 was the ratio. 1 unit was 32 minutes. Say 32 by 60 hours. So 15 minutes will be, 15 units will be 32 by 16 into 15. Okay, this is the time taken by the car which is moving at a higher speed, which means distance कितना हो जाएगा? This is the time into speed. Speed कितनी है? 32 km per hour. Just solve this, you will get 256 km. Next question. Fast now. Try to solve the questions very fast. ठीक है, let's see.
Sir, अभी मैं actually कर रही थी, but I think I'll have to take out the average speed first.
Okay. ठीक है, average speed in कैसे आएगी? Average speed is total distance traveled upon total time taken.
Yeah.
So how do you calculate the average speed? Let's say he has traveled d distance and come back d distance. So total distance is 2d.
2D.
Time taken in the first journey is d by 25. Time taken in the second journey will be d by 4. You just solve this. What do you get? 200 by 29 km per hour. That's the average speed. And distance will be 2d, which is nothing but average speed into total time taken. Average speed is 200 by 29 kilometers into the whole journey takes what? 5 hours, 48 minutes. 48 is 4 by 5. So 29 by 5 is the total speed, total time taken. This is 20 kilometers. This is method 1.
Yes, sir.
Method 2 could be a faster method. Assume distance like, one way distance to be the LCM of the speed. So LCM of speed will be 25,4, which is 100, which means पहला वाला जो डिस्टेंस है जो 29 किलोमीटर पर आवर है, कितना टाइम लगेगा बताओ? How much time will be taken at this speed? 4 hours. And here it will be 25 hours, which means total duration कितना हो गया? 29 hours. When you take a total duration as 29 by 29 hours, तुम्हारा time कितना होता है? Time is 100 kilometers, but यहाँ पे it is given total time is 5 plus 4 by 5, which is 29 by 5 hours is the total time. So when total time is 29 hours, distance is 100. When time will be 29 by 5, distance will be 100 by 5, which is equals to 20 kilometers. Next question. Don't focus on this concept abhi. Just solve this question. ABC starts from the same place and travels in speed 40, 48, 60 kilometers. B starts 2 hours before A. If B and C overtakes A at the same time, how many hours after A did C start? Do not focus on concept abhi. Just solve this question. अब एक बार पहले concept देख लेते हैं, ठीक है? For the same distance traveled, distance is equals to speed into time. Okay. If time is in AP, speed will be inverse of AP, which means speed will be in HP, and vice versa. A very intuitive concept. ठीक है? Speed and time are inverse of each other for the same distance traveled. So if one is in AP, inverse will be in HP. So see, यहाँ पे क्या given है? 40, 48 and 60. हमेशा, if you know this concept now, always check. See, speed AP में है क्या? Speed AP में तो नहीं है, because this is 8 and this is 12. So speed is not in AP. Are speed in HP? Check. How do you check whether the speed are in HP or not? Speed will be in HP when 48 will be equals to 2AB upon A plus B. So 2 into 40 into 60 upon 40 plus 60 is 100. 100. So yes, this is coming out to be 48, which means speed are in HP. Clear? Speed HP mein. Now, if speed is in HP, time taken will be in AP, which means no matter from where they have started. B starts, say this is A, okay? And this is where they overtake. This is B, right? So B starts 2 hours after A, okay? And if B and C kahin idhar hai. If A, B and C, they overtake A at the same time, okay, then how many hours after A did C start? मुझे पता है A, B और C में time taken has to be in AP, which means अगर ये T है, ये T plus 2 है, so this has to be T plus 4 hours, right? Which means it should have moved 2 hours after B or 4 hours after A. So directly answer has to be 4 hours. So now this is clear. Use this concept and master it in the subsequent questions. This is only done if you're able to solve this question. Oral question hai abhi. Whenever multiple speed, multiple time is given, always check कि कोई pattern बन रहा है क्या. In one instance, he reaches his house by 9 p.m. एक बार 11 और पूछा है 10 का, तो 9, 10 and 11, these are the 3 time intervals. These time intervals are in what? 9, 10 and 11 are in AP, which means speed has to be in HP. 9 के corresponding वाला speed is 15, 11 के corresponding वाला was 12. So in दोनों का जो भी harmonic mean है, that is going to be my speed, which is 2 into 12 into 15 divided by 27. Answer is 40 by 3 kilometer per hour. Everyone, answer is 40 by 3. Next question. कर सकते हैं अभी ना, मतलब मल्टीपल मेथड से सॉल्व करने के। अब करो 2, 5 and 6, not an AP. Let's see. One method is of course this method which Yashish just mentioned, that you take, यहाँ पे 5 निकालना है, मुझे पता है 2, 5, 6 तो AP में नहीं है, so what do we do? I say कि ठीक है 2 PM, 4 PM and 6 PM, these are in AP, right? So 4 PM यहाँ पे 20 किलोमीटर का स्पीड है, this is 60, sorry this is 20 and this is 60, so 4 किलोमीटर का स्पीड निकाल लो, then you will have 4, you will have 6 and then you insert 5 PM. So now you know this speed, you know this speed, you calculate the middle color speed by 2AB upon A plus B formula. That's method 1. You get 24 as answer. Or method 2, यहाँ पे अगर नहीं दिखा APHP, you go back to the traditional method. Take distance as LCM of say 20, 60. So let the distance be 60 किलोमीटर. ठीक है, तो टाइम कितना लगेगा? 3 hours और 1 hour. पहले वाले में 3 घंटे लगेंगे, दूसरे में 1 hour लगेंगे. एंड ठीक है, यहाँ पे डिफरेंस कितना है टाइम के बीच में? 4 hours है. एंड आई नो जब डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टाइम इज 2 hours, then distance is 60 kilometer. Okay, but actual difference is 4 hours, so distance has to be 60 into 2, 120 kilometer has to be your distance. Distance आ गया वहां से. अब distance आ गया तो निकालना गया. Find the distance and the speed at which he will reach the house by 5 PM. So see, first वाले केस में when he is traveling at a speed of 20, distance is 120 kilometers, so time taken by him should be 6 hours, which means if he's reaching at 6 PM, he must have left at 12 PM. So now if you have to reach by 5 PM, time taken is 5 hours. So 5 hours के लिए speed कितना हो जाएगा? Speed will be distance 120 upon 5 hours, which is 24 kilometer per hour. So see, distance is 120 kilometer. पहले केस में speed was 20 kilometer per hour. So time taken by him would have been 6 hours. 120 by 20. Vishal?
Right, sir, right.
And he reaches by 6 PM, which means he would have left by 12 PM.
Right.
अभी 6 घंटे होंगे. अब उसको अगर 5 बजे पहुंचना है तो टोटल कितना? 5 घंटे में डिस्टेंस कवर करना है. डिस्टेंस इज 120, टाइम इज 5, so speed has to be 120 by 5, which is 24 kilometer per hour. Next question. Second last question for the day. We'll finish in next 5 minutes. See, simple diagram बनाने का. Okay. Ram takes 4 hours 30 minutes in walking from a certain place and cycling. से वो A से B जा रहा है, ठीक है. And this is walk and this is cycling. A to B is walking and then cycling back, ठीक है. He takes 4.5 hours if he does this. Now second case is A and B. He would have gained 2 hours by riding cycle both the ways. Okay. Gain का क्या मतलब होता है, बस वो तुमको समझना है. See, पहले वो walk कर रहा था cycle. Now if he's cycling, he would have gained 2 hours, which means उसको 2 घंटे मिल जाएंगे, which means time taken will be 4.5 minus 2 hours, which is 2.5 hours. This is what you have to understand. और ये common sense भी था कि अगर साइकिल चलाएगा दोनों साइड तो जल्दी पहुंचेगा. 2.5 hours, right? And अभी क्वेश्चन में क्या पूछा है? If what, how much time will it take if he is walking both the ways? ठीक है. So see, if I compare this situation and this situation, reverse तो cycle ही हो रहा है, right? Which means instead of walking, अगर वो cycle करता है, ठीक है, और maybe I can say कि instead of cycle, if he walks, he takes 2 hours extra, right? Instead of cycling, if he walks, he takes 2 hours extra. Now, if you just compare situation 1 and situation 3, instead of, तो पहला walk तो common है, दूसरे में while returning back he is moving from cycling to walking, and we just discovered कि अगर मैं साइकिल की जगह वॉक करता हूं मुझे 2 घंटे एक्स्ट्रा लगते हैं, which means I would have taken 2 hours extra. 4.5 plus 2, 6.5 hours. Last question for the day. Yes. By the way, ये question जो मैं कर रहा हूँ ऐसा नहीं कि easy question है. It is a CAT 2019 question. So these are CAT level questions only, ना? चलो, let's see this question. A train approaches a tunnel AB. We have a tunnel AB, okay. Inside the tunnel, a cat located at a point that is 3/8 of the distance measured from the entrance A. 3/8 of the distance. So we'll assume this entire distance to be of say 8 units. Okay, which means यहाँ पे cat बैठी है 3 units, but this is 3 and this is 5. Here we have a cat. Okay, if the cat moves to the entrance of the tunnel A, the train catches the cat exactly at the entrance. Let's say train के इधर है. Okay, this is the train at say x distance. So now what is given to us is कि train जब तक x distance travel करती है, cat 3 units travel कर लेती है. They exactly meet at A unit, A पे. Okay. However, if the cat moves to exit B, okay, अगर cat अभी इस तरफ रन करती है, which means it has to cover 5 units, तब भी ये दोनों मिल जाते हैं. The cat exactly at the exit, okay, which means train travel करती है पूरा. So now देखो, it is given to me कि जब cat travel करती है 3 units, तो train कितना travel करती है? X units, okay, fair, which means जब कैट लेफ्ट में मूव करेगी, सो नाउ आई वुड अज्यूम कि जो कैट को 5 यूनिट्स ट्रैवल करने हैं, लेट्स से कैट हैज ऑलरेडी मूव 3 यूनिट्स. ओके, कैट ने 3 यूनिट ऑलरेडी ट्रैवल कर लिए. नाउ वी नो दैट व्हेन कैट मूव्स 3 यूनिट्स, ट्रेन ट्रैवल्स x units, which means now train is here. This is where my train is, okay, and this is where my cat is. Okay, and ट्रेन को टोटल ट्रैवल करना है 8 यूनिट्स एंड कैट को ट्रैवल करना है 5 - 3 2 यूनिट्स. डन. कैट को 2 यूनिट ट्रैवल करना है और ट्रेन को 8 यूनिट्स ट्रैवल करना है, व्हिच मींस स्पीड का रेशियो कितना हो गया एंड टाइम सेम लग रहा है. सो डिस्टेंस हैज टू बी प्रोपोर्शनल टू स्पीड, व्हिच इज 4:1, बिकॉज 2 यूनिट में जितना कैट ट्रैवल कर रही है उतने में ट्रेन 8 यूनिट ट्रैवल कर रही है. सो 1 में 4 होगा एंड हेंस रेशियो ऑफ द डिस्टेंस इज 1:4. सो रेशियो ऑफ स्पीड विल बी 1:4, व्हिच इज कैट वर्सेस ट्रेन. आंसर इज 4:1.
Yes, sir.
So I think we have covered some questions from TSD. TSD will be a big topic. ये अभी हमने स्पीड वाली चीजें कवर करी. In the next session we will do escalator, boats, stream, relative speed वाला concept, then tracks और meeting point वाले जो question होते हैं कि सर पूरे ट्रैक में दौड़ रहे हैं कब मिलेंगे, वो उस टाइप के सारे questions हम करेंगे. And one homework that I would give to everyone will be this question. ये homework है, easy question है, but still homework. Come prepared. You can take a screenshot, you can share it with your friends. It is the question. I am also planning to take a discussion session of this mock. So make sure mock अच्छे से दे लो and then we'll see it in the discussion. That's it.